It's a good win. I'm not real pleased with how we played. Scoring, I really don't think is going to be a problem for us, but our execution at the defensive end of the floor has to get better. I thought we did a nice job when we tried to press and got things going a little faster, which is how we want to try to play. But, you know, there was no sense to continue to press at halftime, after half. So I challenged our kids, you've got to become a good half-court defensive team. And I really don't think we did a very good job of that. The Hambrick kid for Loyola did it just a competitor. I was really impressed with how she attacked the glass, continued to go to get a 7 offensive rebound. Says a lot about her effort and her work ethic. So I was really impressed with that. And their guards, I mean, Johnson's as quick as any guard we're going to face all year. Just really impressed with their team overall, especially with having 3 or 4 that are out with injuries that will come back for them and make them a much different team.
68-33 on the glass.
68-33, I mean, that's great. The problem is this, we get 29 offensive boards, and how many of them were our own misses? I mean, you can't just get an offensive board, miss it again, miss it a third time, and then think you're doing something good. I mean, you've got to finish your putbacks, which is what we've challenged our post players with. You know, they block 11 shots, which I can't remember a game we played where we've had 11 shots blocked and not one player was over 6 foot tall. So, I mean, when you turn and hand somebody the ball and then you act surprised when they block it, it's some learning that has to be done that we'll teach from film, and we'll make some improvements because we have to get better. And the great thing about it is game one. I mean, it's game one. We've got a lot of games to play, but we just can't be pleased with a win. We've got to make sure we continue to get better every night.
Your players said that they'd like to be called the party planners, not the party crashers. Have they told you that?
Well, that's great, but if we defend like that, they not need to plan anything. I mean, because there will be no parties to attend, because that's not how you win basketball games, by getting beat off the drive every single time and not boxing out. So, you know, I'm glad they want to be called that, but they better change the way they defend.
Sarah had 11-11 in just 15 minutes of play. She was extremely effective.
No, she was. I thought she competed, and you know, I challenge her too. I mean, they've got more inside of them, and that's what I'm trying to get them all to understand. You can't play the scoreboard. You've got to play the clock, knowing you've got to go out there for 40 minutes and bust it. I mean, you look at us overall. I mean, it's even Bria. She goes 5 of 9 from the field. Well, I think she took 1 jump shot, so she missed 3 layups. Like that's not good. Goes 6 of 12 from the free throw line and airball 2 of them. So, you know, if she's not willing to get in the gym and spend hours in there on her own working on free throw shooting, she's a liability to have on the floor. Because if I was playing against us, I'd foul her. So those are things that I'm challenging our players with, and I'm not afraid to do it in front of everybody, and our kids know that. I mean, their goals are to get to Nashville, to get back to a Final Four. But in order to do that, you can't just sit there and rely on what you've done in the past. You've got to continue to get better, and that's one thing that we're going to continue to work on, and I'm going to challenge them.
18 of 34. Can't please you from the line.
18 of 34, and we were 10 for 14 at one point. Yeah, it's awful. I mean, it's terrible. So you're 10 for 14, so you go 8 for your next 20 from the free throw line, and they expect it to be called party planners. They need to work on planning when they're going to get in the gym to shoot free throws.